Okay, we are live. Here we are again, another day, another policy changed by the Thai government, more confusion. And I'm going to read a couple of the messages that I got and go over a few things, but all I can say is what a cluster, what a mess, what a mess. There are people here in Starbucks. For those of you who are interested, the barista of the day, I don't know the guy's name. The girl's name is Beer. She's here today, and she made me my coffee very nicely, very delicious. It's a land of confusion, yes it is. Now, before I get started, I just need a little confirmation. How's the sound? How's the video look? Hopefully it's good. A lot of people are interested in this, and for the life of me, I thank you, Henry, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Choke D, all that good stuff. You know, this is one of these things that over time you grow accustomed to seeing these kind of things. And by these kind of things, I'm talking about the wishy-washy nature, the flip-flopping of the government. What seems to be truly idiotic moves. It's almost as if they want to destroy the tourism industry. And I don't mean that in the sense of, oh, well, they're going to require vaccinations. I mean, you're going back and forth. They've gone back and forth about needing the vaccinations, don't need the vaccinations. For the record, now you do not need vaccinations to get into Thailand. You do not need to show your records. However, if you're going back to a place that you need a test, a PCR test, you still need insurance, which I don't know that that's such a bad thing, but I just don't understand how they can come up with an idea on a weekend, implement it in a matter of hours. We're talking about within 48 hours. All the airlines had been notified. They're doing this. And my wife and I got into an argument because she's like, no, it's not final yet. And I said, well, it may not be final with the Thai government legally, but it's going to happen, whether you like it or not. And she's like, yeah, well, watch. Just watch. And she was right. And the one thing that I've learned over the time that I've been here, it's almost 30 years now. Well, almost 29. Is that they're going to say things and they just won't even, they'll just say whatever they want you to hear. And the one thing that really bothers me about this, it has nothing to do with me because I'm vaccinated. I can come in here. I got insurance. I'm good to go. I don't have any problems with it, right? So it's not because it affects me. The one thing that I wonder is, when is Thailand's tourism industry going to take such a big hit because of something that somebody said or something that somebody did or some rule that was implemented? When is it going to happen that they take a big hit and they're like, oh, wow, we made a major blunder? Because so far, what's happened to Thailand, and it's been this way since I've been coming here and I was a young man with more hair and a lot thinner. And that is, they'll just continue doing whatever they want, and because of the resources here, and the resources are, they're not only, geographic, the mountains, the ocean and everything else, the temples and the beautiful people and the women, okay, that's part of it. they are able to continue to bounce back, and that's what's happened ever since I've been coming here, since I've lived here. It's never ended. They just continue. It's like they are the Teflon Don of tourist destinations. Carlos, how you doing? Hey, everybody, let's wish Carlos good luck. He's got a medical procedure happening tomorrow, so let's wish him well. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. That's all you can say. You know, good luck. I'm sure you're going to be fine. I hope you'll be fine. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was official. It was official. And in a matter of hours, they managed to reverse themselves. They do not give a shit, it seems to me. I could be wrong. They do not care about their reputation of coming out with things that are incorrect. They're coming out with statements and illogical. They don't care. If it's illogical, if it doesn't make sense, they don't care. And while I understand this, you can't always care about what's going on here. Oh, this is Thailand. Yes, it is. This is Thailand, for sure. This is Thailand. Oh, the irony. So, you know, I was looking through some things here, and well, that would be a damn shame. I don't think Carlos wants to become Carla. Now, what I find kind of funny is that, you know, Thailand is not one of the safest places in the world to travel. I know this because they just came out with two more lists that list the places that are the safest places to visit in Southeast Asia. So they're not safe. It's not safe here, if you really want to think about it. And I've been delving into this for years. What is it exactly that entices people to come here? Because at this point, I would say that anybody in the last 3 to 4 years who has been interested in coming to Thailand, who has come to Thailand, who likes Thailand, who loves Thailand, out of those people, there are people that have said to me and that have said to other people, I'm not coming to Thailand anymore. I'm sick of it. They make no sense. It's illogical. I don't want to take a chance. And I think, at least for the next couple of years, there's going to be some people that are, I'm not talking about the hardcore travelers. I'm not talking about the guys, you know, they're like, hey man, I'm just going to get there. Once I get there, I'm going to be fine. I know Thailand like the back of my hand. I'm not talking about those kind of people. I'm not talking about people like me. I got no problems here. It's easy for me, you know. I don't have any problems. For the most part, I don't have a care in the world, you know. It's just, did I remember to pay the rent? Did I remember to pay the electric bill? Have I done all these things? Have I done my checklist? Yes, okay. Then I got no problems. Now, before I go any further, do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. Supposedly helps with the algorithm. I gotta get to 15,000 subscribers this year. I've been fighting to get to 15,000. Supposedly 15,000 is the magic number. When you hit 15,000, then you get more subscribers. The subscribers come more easily. I don't know. But I would like to hit 15,000 just because I've been trying to for the last 2 or 3 years. So I would like to hit 15,000 subscribers. You can help by leaving a thumbs up, by subscribing if you haven't done so. You can become a member of the YouTube channel just by hitting the super chat, or you can hit a super chat and sign up monthly, or you can do it however you want. But all these things are important to me, and in turn they're important to you. I mean, you know what? I really believe I can do better stuff, but I gotta generate the numbers. It's all a numbers game on YouTube, and so anyway, I'd appreciate it if you guys would do your part. If you like the stream, thumbs up, subscribe, become a member of this or that. Everything's down in the description. Get yourself a t-shirt. I got my American in Bangkok t-shirt, one of my 3 or 4 shirts that I have. I've been going through my clothes, throwing them out, so I don't know what I got left now. I've had about 100 and that's Munha. Sibha pan, no. I wouldn't say it that way. Munha. 15,000 baht. 15,000 kon. So if you look over here, you can always tell she's got the bun on her hair. Where's she at over there? The little bow. She's got the bow on her hair. No, you wouldn't say sit. I mean, that may be correct. I don't know, but that's not the normal way that people say it. Nung Mun Ha Pan is the way that people say it. So, but anyway, getting back to this subject here. And the way that I wrote it in the title in a nice way. Thai government's habit of confusing Western visitors. Now, I wanted to say the Thai government has a habit of pissing off Western tourists and Western visitors. You think about, listen, it's not, people are gonna be pissed off. Hey, thanks a lot, Beeson. Thank you very much. Congrats on your 10-year anniversary. Thank you. Listen, I've been trying to put together a video with the last 10 years. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do it. 10 years is a long time. I'm only one guy. I'm trying to edit a video for Friday. I'm trying to edit the Pattaya video where, you know, I was in the villa with a couple of other guys, and I was flying the drone, and we were driving around, and we went to the keto place. I'm trying to edit that. I'm trying to edit this. I'm trying to come up with a place to go in the next month that will be exciting, interesting. What are you looking at? Huh? She's over here staring. What are you doing? She's a busy young woman. Every time I come in here, she is always working. She is never just standing there. Starbucks works their people hard, you know? Anyway, now, I read some articles, and, you know, they're pinning all their hopes on the Chinese because the Chinese make up about 25% of their tourism industry. When is Thailand gonna learn? Maybe you need to figure out another way. Tourism is not the only answer. Maybe what they should do, I don't know, and I'd like to know what people think about this. Maybe they should adopt a Bhutan-like approach to tourists. Hey, you got $100 a day. You're gonna have to spend $700 for the minimum package, and then plus your airline ticket, and then that gets you into Thailand. You have to spend $100 a day or something like that. You can't make it $250. Maybe you could have some kind of premium package, but I don't know. I think the way that they've got it set up, that's going to be very, very difficult to do. So Well, thank you very much there, Mr. 2Q Asia. Carlos, in case you're getting a penile enlargement, 2Q Asia has contributed to that, and just in case you're getting one, which is way too much information. I don't need to know about dick sizes, penile enlargements, poops. I don't need to know about any of this stuff. Anyway, so they're pinning all their hopes on the Chinese, and an article came out in the Washington Post yesterday with high hopes. Thailand welcomes Chinese tourists' return. You know, the Chinese come in and the Thai government gives them garlands and gift bags. They're greeted by a big banner saying China and Thailand are one family. Amazing Thailand always warmly welcomes our Chinese family. Now, I know that, you know, Thailand is comprised by a lot of Chinese families or families that came from China. However, if you don't want to discriminate, why aren't you giving these little bags and these little, putting these garlands around people's necks and putting these banners up for all the other people who are coming in? Hey, welcome tourists. Why does it always have to be about China? I'm sick and tired of hearing about China. I'm pissed off at China. I don't care about China. The only thing I care about China is how they're wrecking the world. And they may not have intentionally set out to do it, but now they do it and they don't care. The government. I'm not talking about all the people. Some of the people are good people, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to stereotype. I don't want to group everybody into one demographic. The fact that I even have to say that is ridiculous. It depends on who you are as a Chinese person and what you're doing in China. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I can tell you that there are a lot of Westerners and there are a lot of Thai people that I know who are involved in the tourism industry who, yeah, they want the money, but they don't want the Chinese. They piss off the Thais, they piss off people like me. I don't know if you remember, I should drum up this old footage I have from when I was in Chiang Mai and I was filming. I was in Chiang Mai. It was before I was going to get my hip surgery. It was before I was going to get my hip surgery. I went up there, and while I was there, and I had, you know, I had to go see the doctor. I had some free time, so I went into it's some art place. It's right in the center of town. I went into this little art thing where it's like 3D art. The art comes off the wall. I'm walking around. They give me the expat price, you know. They give me the local price. I'm, you know, okay, good, you know, great, that's wonderful. And I get in, I start walking around, and then all of a sudden I hear all this noise. And a busload of Chinese had come in. I'm photographing. I'm shooting stuff. I'm shooting video footage. I've got everything. I'm lined up. I'm standing up against the wall. Oh, yeah, check this out. Next thing I know, all these Chinese walk in front of me, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of my way. I'm yelling at them. Hey. Don't just walk in front of me, in between the, I'm like 2 feet away from the wall, and they're walking in between me instead of behind me. And that's what they did. They did that the whole time I was there. They're yelling and screaming. I talked about the time I was sitting here in Starbucks right outside, in the outer area of Starbucks, and there's like 6 Chinese, 8 Chinese, and they're very clearly mainland Chinese. And they're screaming and yelling at each other, and I'm like, what the fuck? Finally, I just go, shut the fuck up. Please, shut up. Stop screaming. It just freaked out. Now, I understand I have a little bit of a lack of patience at times, but I have developed my patience over the years, and I have learned to bite my tongue. And while I didn't bite my tongue in that instance, and that was years ago, I think they're ignorant because there's so many people in their country that they just don't have time to be worrying about things like, oh, this guy stepped in front of me in line. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, and I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's the thing. As I've been going on for the last couple of years, the amount of things that I care about now has dwindled. I could fit everything I care about into this little glass. There's not much. And the reason is because most of the stuff it doesn't apply. There's no reason to care about stuff. When it comes to what the Chinese government is doing, the Chinese tourists around the world and things like that, the only thing that is important is, do they behave themselves and do they bring money? That's all that the Thais care about. That's all the Thais want from any. Listen, the Thais may say they only want the rich people. They just want money. And as a country who relies on tourism, it's understandable. Okay, we want money. Everybody wants money. I mean, let's not get it twisted. So let's not fault the Thai government. I don't want to go easy on them, but I don't want to smash them and slam them for absolutely no reason. Obviously, it's in their best interest, it's in the country's best interest to earn more money from exports, from tourism, from what's the word, where they maintain everything, I forget, it's the green kind of thing. It's like, the what is it, Maya Bay and all these other places have had time to regenerate because there hasn't been a ton of tourists. So that's why I'm saying, wouldn't it be better maybe just to say, okay, now you have to pay a minimum every time you come to Thailand. If you're going to come for 2 or 3 days, then there's no minimum. You just come for 2 or 3 days, you do your business deal or whatever, you have your business meeting or whatever it might be. You're stopping through and you get 1 night in Bangkok. Thank you, sustainability. Thank you very much. But if you're staying for longer than 7 days, I don't understand why they don't just say, okay, so the one thing you have to do is purchase $700, a $700 plan or something like that, $100 a day. You can get by on an economy plan for $100 a day in Thailand pretty easily. That would alleviate some of their issues. This is what you need to spend. And let's not get it twisted about the Chinese as well. They're coming in, okay, yeah, they're bringing some money, but let's face facts. And the Thais need to face facts. All right, Carlos, good luck. Take it easy. I'm sure you're going to be fine. We'll be putting forth our well wishes. I don't want to say the word pray, but for the religious people out there, if you want to pray for them, I think it's good. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I mean, they're making such a big deal. Oh, we have all the Chinese coming back now. Oh, we have the Indians. Oh, we have the Russians. Well, that's great. That's 3 nationalities. And guess what? Over the years, the Chinese are going to continue to come here. Because geographically, they're close, fairly close. They can come over. It doesn't cost them an arm and a leg. Okay. You're going to get the people in the areas around Thailand, the countries bordering Thailand, the countries close to Thailand. You're going to get a lot of tourists from it. But what about all the Western tourists? Do they not want Westerners here? I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days or a week or something like that. It's been about a week or so. I haven't talked to him. You know, I talked to Chuck the other day. And I think Chuck is in the U.S. until at least April, and then he wants to do something. And he did say to me, I'm gung-ho to go to Africa or a couple places in South America. So he's open to a trip. So I would call it a soft discussion. Don't take that the wrong way, Longhorns. Wondering how all the younger Russians living in Phuket and Pattaya are able to stay in Thailand legally. What? Are you shitting me? Well, he won't be coming back to Thailand, at least without her. Soy Dog Cowboy is engaged to an elderly lady in Boca. Okay, well, I'll say congratulations. But I don't think he'll be coming back to Thailand alone if he wants to keep his marriage alive. Are you discriminating against elderly women, 2/4 Asian? Circling the drain. Oh, Bob, you have such a way with words. Yeah, but that's you, Andy. You're a long time, you're somebody who's been married for a long time. You know, I started out differently. I traveled alone for a long time, and actually it was a financial thing. When I was doing journalism and I was freelancing and going around, man, I mean, there's no way I could have made money if I was paying for my wife and kids to go. There's no way. If I made like $1,000 and it cost me $300 to go on a trip, $400 to go on a trip, then I made profit. And it'd be worthwhile for 2 days. But if I went and I had to pay for the wife and kids, and then I wouldn't make any money. Now it's a little different. But still. Now, just a couple of days ago, where's it at here? COVID rules for travelers shifting worldwide. This is on the 5th. Many countries updating or changing testing and other requirements as travel from China resumes. Everybody's worried about the Chinese. Let's just this is the elephant in the room. The Chinese government has done things that other governments, other people don't approve of. The virus, who knows where it came from, but it always seems that China has their finger in the pie. They're always there circling the drain, if you will. They're right around the edge of the toilet. They're there. I like that they're circling the toilet as opposed to the drain. They're always there somewhere. So they're involved. There you go, man. Why would they don't care? Oh, you bastard. You bastard. Key lime pie, one of my weaknesses. Key lime pie, conch fritters, and dolphin fish. That's mahi-mahi to you who think I'm talking about flipper. But on the 5th, they're talking about changing the rules. Now, I like it when countries go, listen, oh, you're Chinese? Oh, your country just opened up and said, we give up on the zero COVID. Oh, guess what? Now you're going to have to provide vaccination, and we don't care if you whine and cry about having to show your records. We don't care. I like that. Single them out. See, but this is the thing. Here in Thailand, they want to do things to benefit people politically, to benefit their country politically, to make them look a certain way. Oh, we're not discriminating. Yes, you are. You discriminate against all the people who've been coming here without showing their vaccination records. And okay, bottom line is most people, let's say 70%, 80% of people are vaccinated. So it's not a big deal for most people. It's the principle. And some people take it very personally. Now, I do have some comments, if I can find them. One guy he's been following the channel for quite some time. I don't know how long exactly, but he writes, what complete and utter bullshit. Somebody who had vaccinations beginning of 2021 now has no benefit from it. That is supported by science. This is pure discrimination with no scientific basis whatever. Everybody, whether vaccinated or unvaccinated, should resist such movements in the direction of the globalist overlords and megalomaniacs like Bill Gates. This is more than a health issue. Freedom of ordinary people is under attack. The elite want to control the masses. Do not let them take it away without a fight. All people should refuse to visit Thailand, the U.S., and other countries with such discriminatory conditions of entry. I didn't know that the United States has any conditions of entry aside from for the Chinese. But what I do think is that he's dead on here. This is more of an health issue. Now, I've got all these people, oh, do you believe me now? No, I don't believe you. I don't believe a fucking word you're saying. I don't believe you any more than I believe any of the bullshit that's coming out of Mao Zedong's mouth. I don't believe any of it. It's all a bunch of horse shit. I look at it, if you're involved in the government, I don't care if you're a medical practitioner, I'd say a large percentage of the people are lying through their teeth because they have an agenda. More the government than the medical professionals, but there's medical professionals that are willing to play ball for a price. Okay? Maybe that's somebody like Anthony Fauci, I don't know. What do I know? Another guy. Wait a minute. Patya Bob says, USA says Chinese must test upon entry, but no restriction if positive. They just want to track it if a new strain. Oh, so that's going to do a lot of good. That's going to do great. What are they so worried about at this point? Now, I got a message here. The airlines will follow whatever the letter of the regulations state. That is what their policies have always stated, and they have become especially rigid about enforcing over the past 2 years. So it doesn't really matter if Thai immigration is more lenient in practice. Actually, it does matter. The airlines aren't going to let you board unless you have the specific documentation the regulation says you need. Well, that's true, except it's not true any longer. It doesn't matter now, because those regulations have been rescinded, or the regulation that had not been formalized. And the thing is what really gets me is, are you trying to piss people off as a tourist destination? Is that what you want to do? I understand situations happen once in a while. Somebody dies and they shouldn't have died, or somebody gets killed, somebody gets pissed, somebody falls through a patio or something, and they break their ass bone, and the hotel doesn't want to pay for it or whatever. Okay, I understand things happen. Shit happens. But I don't understand how a government, with all its resources, all its power, all its gray matter that they can put to work, how they come up with something so stupid that people are going, well, why am I going to go to Thailand now? Oh, I've got tickets to go to Thailand. I better cancel. How about the people who jumped on it right away? They had just purchased a ticket, and then they find out, oh, I've got to have my vaccination. Fuck that. I'm not vaccinated. I'm not going. Boom, they call up, cancel my ticket. And now they find out, oh, guess what? You can go without showing your vaccination records. Oh, but by the way, the price of your ticket's gone up $150. You're going to have to pay it. Here's another guy. I will never see Thailand. Okay. I don't know that everybody has to see Thailand. There are places I don't give a shit about in the world that I don't care if I ever see. I mean, honestly. And there's most of the ones that I do care about seeing, I've seen already. Of course, me so hungry. Hi, Scott, do you believe me now? No, I don't. I will never believe you. First of all, you're a woman who I don't know. I really don't know you. I mean, let's face facts. I don't know you, so that in itself means I'm not going to trust you. I don't care what you say about anything else. It doesn't matter. Now, a lot of people, what's happening is with all the football player who had cardiac arrest on the field, there's a basketball player, something happened. Now everybody's blaming it on the vaccines. Ah, I told you, it's the vaccine that did it. Oh, you're full of shit. It's not the vaccine, you fucking morons. Now here's a guy, and I believe I talked about this the other day. Hey Scott, longtime viewer and visitor to Thailand. Love your videos. I happen to be married to a Thai woman for 5 years. We have a 2-year-old son. How are you and your family doing? We're doing well. Thank you for asking. Actually, Alex is now working. It's his second day of work today. Actually, yesterday was his orientation. Today is technically his first day of work. Nicholas is still working. They're both in school. They're doing their own thing. I'm trying to get used to the empty nest, the more empty nest. We are presently visiting Thailand. We were in Bangkok and now are in Samut Sakhon. We will be visiting Pattaya soon. I am an American. I hope to retire to Thailand someday. Okay. Now Fred, who's been following for a long time, wants me to examine Cambodia again. He's saying that a publication now says that Cambodia is the cheapest place in Thailand. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe that. Okay? I don't know what the publication is, but I'm going to tell you that Cambodia is not the cheapest place in Asia. It's just not going to, it's not true. Go there. First of all, they operate on the dollar and the riel, and to a much lesser extent, the Thai baht, depending on where you are. But if you go in and have a breakfast, it's not going to be cheaper than, say, Laos or Thailand even, depending where you go. It's not cheaper, okay? And Fred, if you're still listening, you always seem to be looking for somewhere better. I told you what to expect when you came here. I told you don't move to Pattaya. Okay, now you're there, you've got experience. Okay, you got past that. Good for you. I told you don't get involved with a woman until you speak some Thai. That didn't happen. There's absolutely no reason why on 75,000 baht a month you cannot survive in Bangkok, but especially in Pattaya. There's no reason. Absolutely none. I've got by on less, and I've got by on a hell of a lot more. Now, I prefer more, but that doesn't always, that's not how life works. Don't put up our rules for our disease people, but we won't let them back into China from your country unless they have tested negative. Yeah. This is the hypocrisy of the Chinese government. I can't stand the Chinese government. I can't stand what they stand for. I can't stand what I saw in Hong Kong. I will never, ever let it go in my head. I will never forgive them, ever. All right, let me see something here, because it seems like my internet is now not working on my computer. Yeah, I do, actually. I do think they're gonna put some limits in place. Because you think about it. There's a reason why they have all these banking laws. I mean, think about it. You come to Thailand now, you're an expat. Unless you become a citizen, you can't even have a PayPal account here. It's ridiculous, man. It's truly ridiculous. All right, why is this not working? Let me get this squared away here. Some technical difficulties. Personal hotspot failed. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have everything open I need to. And who would want a PayPal account anywhere? Wait a minute, what? Yeah, something's going on. Hang on one second. PayPal does suck. I like the Cash App. I like Apple Money. I like, I used to like crypto. Now it's a little dodgy. Not quite so happy about crypto payments, but whatever. I do like to buy me a coffee, and I do like Patreon to a lesser extent, but I like to buy me a coffee. I have a hard time liking anything financial that takes 35 to 45% of your money simply because they have the platform, especially when they're a $1 trillion company. I don't want to bitch though. But so that's a couple of the comments. Let me get to this other. You see, the thing that Anutin did was that he bypassed getting everything formalized and getting it published in the Royal Gazette, and they only do it for 30 days if they haven't finalized everything. This was just something, it was like a quick way to get his policy passed. Now, why would you go into it and then back out 2 days later? I don't know. It seems to me like maybe you should, what is it that they say? Think, pause, speak. Is that what it is? Yeah, think before you speak, pause before you act. I don't think he does that. I think he's very, maybe he's kind of like Trump, in that Trump doesn't think about his tweets. He thinks about he doesn't give a shit. He just tweets whatever he wants to tweet. U.S. says Chinese must test upon entry, but no restriction if positive. They just want to track information. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think that's pretty stupid. But, but then again, when are we going to let it go? When is there going to be herd immunity? Why is it you never hear anything about herd immunity anymore? You don't hear anything about herd immunity now. I'm not taking money, US dollars, to Cambodia. I'll be using the real. Well, you're going to need to change the US dollar there into real if you want to get a halfway decent rate, because a lot of places don't even carry real. It's like kip. They don't even want it. It's a currency nobody gives a shit about. But I can tell you that I went to France many years ago, and I had about $500 in Thai baht, and I ended up getting about $300 for it. I couldn't believe it. They do shortchange you. They can get kind of nasty about it. It's like, okay, it's 2,000 riel for this motorbike trip. Oh, no, it's $1. No, that's 4,000. I have been there, yes, but it's been many years ago. I've been to Cambodia many, many times, and I do want to go back fairly soon. I've been to about 6 places in Cambodia, 6 cities, 6 or 7. My buddy is sold on Cambodia. He loves it there, but he's a single guy. He's got a job that he can do pretty much from anywhere. His boss is okay with it. He doesn't earn fantastic money, but he earns enough money. Well, I think he earns somewhere around 75 grand a month, 75,000 baht a month. Somewhere around $2,000, $2,200, $2,300 a month. And he is very comfortable. And I don't know if it's his mentality, but he really enjoys Cambodia so far. In the past 2 months that he's moved there, he enjoys it a lot more than he enjoys Thailand. Now he's been here. He's been here for 30 years, or he was living here for 29 years himself. 29, 30 years himself, and he's just sick and tired of the nonsense that he constantly sees coming from the Thai government and from some Thai people, and he just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. So that's why he's there. But here's an article from the Straits Times. Thailand has rescinded a policy announced at the weekend requiring visitors to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination. Public Health Minister Anantin Charnwinakul said on Monday. Mr. Anantin told reporters, listen to this, proof of vaccination was not needed as there was sufficient immunization globally, while those not vaccinated would be granted entry without restriction. It replaced new rules announced on Saturday by the aviation regulator ahead of China reopening its borders. Showing proof of vaccination would be cumbersome and inconvenient, so the group's decision is that it is unnecessary. Well, then why did you come out and say it? Why would the government come out and release this information until they thought it through? Because this is how the Thai government operates. They don't think things through, or at least they seemingly don't think things through. One of Asia's most popular travel destinations. If you listen to people, on Forbes and all these other publications, it is the most popular travel destination. Thailand is enjoying an influx of tourists during its first peak season since the removal of tight entry restrictions in 2022. In November, it recorded 1.75 million visitors, quadruple the number received for the whole of 2022 when flights and foreign arrivals were limited. Well, you know, the one in Poi Pet just burned. I wonder if it was somebody smoking a cigarette, dropped the cigarette, and they just saw the fire and, oh, well, I'm not doing anything. But I remember when they were building Naga Casino, I used to go to Cambodia before Naga was even, there was no Naga. There was a row of shacks. There were whorehouses. And one day they came in with a bulldozer and bulldozed them all down. And then it was like, oh, I guess they're building something here. And then it came out they were building the casino there. Listen, I'm not a big nightlife person anymore, and I couldn't give two shits about the nightlife. Especially in Cambodia. I mean, you get whatever you want in Cambodia. It's so easy. You can get whatever you want. And more. Yeah, I don't get that either, Gennaro. Here it is, if you think about it. The government does things that you would think would shit all over the tourism industry, that would ruin it, at least temporarily. And here they come back and the baht is stronger than ever. I never have understood this. And, it doesn't matter. Most of the time, it doesn't matter if the U.S. dollar's taking a dump, the U.S. dollar's doing great. The Thai baht, for some reason, it always starts going downward again. It goes up and then it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. It's like a Thai whore. She goes up and down, up and down, up and down. She never stops. Anyway. Now on the 6th, the day after they said there were going to be some changes implemented, Thai officials project 5 million Chinese nationals will visit in 2023, buoying the recovery of the country's tourism sector. They came out and said they're not going to require people to show proof of vaccination. They came out on the 6th and said that. Then on the 7th, they changed their mind. Then on the 9th, they changed their mind again. This is almost as bad as Biden, who doesn't know if it's January 6th or July 6th. Fucking idiot. You would think you would know the correct date of a supposed insurrection. You would think he would remember it. Oh, I got too many things going around in my brain. Yeah, you got one thought in your brain. That's too many. I cannot, every time I see his face, I have to turn the channel. I have to close the website. I have to do whatever. Listen, if you've liked this stream so far, do me a favor, click thumbs up, subscribe, help me get to 15,000. Go down, use the Cash App. I love that Cash App. I don't know if they have some kind of a deal now where if you contribute, then I get money, you get a refund, or they used to have something. I don't know if they still have it. I like Transferwise here in Thailand. Transferwise. I gotta follow up on the Transferwise. What happened with me in Transferwise a couple of weeks ago, I talked about it. I had sent a transfer. Generally, you get the money in a matter of seconds. Can you hear that? Anyway, I don't think Chucky's Italian. Anyway, generally you get the money in seconds. You transfer the money to your Thai bank account. It comes no more than a couple of hours. Now, a week went by and I didn't get a transfer. I'm like, son of a bitch. What's going on? Now, it wasn't all that much money. It's like $100. $120, I think is what it was. I don't get the money. I contact my bank. My bank says you need to contact Transferwise. I contact Transferwise. They say you need to contact your bank. So I did exactly what Transferwise asked me. Thank you very much, John. Thank you, John from. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All this helps. There's a lot of things I want to do, and I can only do so much on my own. You guys are the ones who help me. Gennaro, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. Anyway, I do everything Transferwise wants me to do. I contact the bank, I tell them what's going on, I give them all the information, I give them the receipt, I show them everything. The bank says, sorry, we never got the money. I'm like, now what? So I write back to Transferwise. This is the first time it's ever happened. I don't know, man. I can only focus on so many things at once, Gennaro. Come on. You give me way too much credit. You know, I'm juggling all kinds of things here. You know, if you have an espresso and you drink it, when it gets to the bottom and you're done, if you smell it, it smells almost like an ashtray. Seriously. Anyway, getting back to Transferwise. Transferwise surprised me. They said, okay, so here are the things you're going to need to send. They wanted a bank statement showing that you did not receive the funds that you were supposed to receive. And you had to give the bank statement from the day before you transferred the money until the present. The only thing is that on my Thai military bank, they don't provide paper statements anymore, and they don't even allow you to put the statement up. So what I had to do was I had to copy every single day. It was a week. I had to screenshot every single day that had passed and show them the screenshot of each individual day. And then the information from the bank, the little part of the email that said, sorry, we have not received the funds. I sent them that, and then like in a matter of an hour, Transferwise got back to me and said, we have refunded your money because you didn't receive it. So they refunded it, and I transferred again and got it in a matter of seconds. So I don't know what happened, but that is a good sign. And I was wondering, well, what happens if there's a problem with Transferwise? I've never had, the only problem I've had with the CASHAPP is at the beginning they limited my account and they said, oh, we just need some further documents from you. I gave them the documents, boom. After that, no problem. You didn't want to show them the paper statement because your monthly subscription to Italian Stallion. No, I don't have any subscriptions like that. I don't involve myself in things like that. That is so fucking irritating, that noise. And it's every single day they have it. It goes on for about 15, 20 minutes. This place place is kicking now. Listen, this place is back to normal. Starbucks is back to normal now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people plus the employees. Here comes another 2 with their kid. Oh, they were coming in, now they're not. Anyway. From January 8th, China will also scrap its quarantine requirement for inbound travelers, a step that is seen as making it more likely for people to travel abroad after almost 3 years of total isolation. While China has become the world's biggest source of outbound tourism pre-pandemic and will likely reclaim that title soon, other countries are now becoming wary that the return of travelers from China could spark a COVID resurgence in their own populations. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to go to China now unless they had some serious business to tend to. Here's a new list. Here's a list of new measures different regions are imposing, updated to January 5th. Hong Kong, people traveling from the mainland will need to show a 48-hour negative PCR test results. Traveling via land borders is capped at 50,000 people per day, while some land control points, including Lo Wu, will stay shut initially. Thailand is mandating COVID insurance for foreign visitors that require negative PCR test results before returning home. This will ensure that visitors who test positive for the virus will be able to afford the treatment in Thailand before traveling out. And my question still is, what about the emergency coverage that people are supposed to have once they start paying into this tourist travel fee? Is that going to cover this in the future or whatever? Now here, this one says as well, all international arrivals must show proof of at least 2 COVID shots, a requirement that had been scrapped last October and was scrapped only 2 days after they implemented this policy. India has made a PCR test mandatory for people coming in from China, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and Thailand since January 1st. Australia. Passengers departing mainland China, Hong Kong, and Macau will require a negative COVID test taken within 48 hours before traveling to Australia. The temporary measure, effective from January 5th, has been put in place because of a lack of comprehensive information about the situation in China. There you go. The decision to implement these temporary measures has been made out of an abundance of caution, taking into account the dynamic and evolving situation in China and the potential for new variants to emerge in an environment of high transmission. Yeah. Okay. Do you believe me yet? I don't believe a fucking word. Excuse my French. I don't believe a bloody word that comes out of almost any media publication now. Definitely the Bangkok Post, because they're constantly screwing up. Fox, CNN, all of them. I don't believe any of them. They're all full of shit. They all got their own agenda. And the governments are even worse. They're far worse. Let's face facts. There ought to be a law. There should be a law. Hey, you can't post something as fact if it's not fact. Travelers entering Canada from mainland China, Hong Kong, or Macau, aged 2 years and older, will need to provide evidence of a negative PCR COVID test or rapid antigen test. People who tested positive more than 10 days before their flight, but no more than 90 days, can provide the airline with documentation of their prior infection in place of a negative test results. Morocco, nobody can come in from China to Morocco. UK, the Chinese need to take a pre-departure COVID test to be checked by airlines before departure. I'm not going to keep going into this. South Korea, there's Malaysia, there's Italy. They got all these countries on here. I don't feel like going through it because you know what? Aren't we through this yet? Are we not finished with this shit yet? Have we not had enough? I mean, seriously. It's too much. What is this here? I don't know why this isn't working. Anyway, I think we don't need to talk too much about, yeah, that's another thing. The Chinese can get their fake papers just as easy as it used to be to get a fake diploma down at Khao San Road. Used to be really easy. I don't know if it's easy now, but it used to be really, really easy because I had people asking me to get them diplomas all the time, and it was easy. It was a piece of cake. And they weren't half bad, but you know, I mean, why would you do that? Okay, well, L. Mims Soy said, wow, was just about to book a flight for February last night when I started to hear about this. Looks like it's true. Guess I'll go back to Vietnam again this year. Thanks for the heads up. I'll be flying over to Thailand next week. Take it all with a grain of salt. That's my recommendation. Take it all with a grain of salt. When they say they're cracking down on all the copyrighted T-shirts and all the copyrighted Rolex watches, oh yeah, they're gonna crack down on it. That's what they say, and then they don't. Now they have, in that area, they've made some significant progress over the course of years. But when it comes to what's going on now, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Can anybody figure this out? Why would they do that? Why would they purposely confuse people, make people scramble at the last minute, and then just turn around 2 days later and go, oh, well, you know, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to reverse course now, and don't worry about it. That's the effect. The effect is now, oh, we really have to worry about everything, and we don't want to discriminate against the Chinese, so everybody has to show proof. And now, oh, it's too cumbersome. We don't want to do that. It's too much work. This is what you need to remember about the Thai government. Anytime they implement something, when they implement, oh, you need this for your permanent residency. Oh, you need that for your house book or whatever. You need this, you need that. Give it time to pan out. And in this case, it took 2 days. 2 days. Now, something that I have not talked about lately, and I'm looking into it again, is the permanent residency. There are ways to get permanent residency here where you don't have to be paying into the system, into the Thailand's tax system. So I'm exploring that right now because I don't know now if it's 5 years or 10 years. I've read 5 years, and I also read 10 years is the time to become a naturalized citizen here. But I always thought it was 5 years. You do the 3 years, and then you do another 5 years, and then you're in. I've already done the 3 years many times over. You got to have back-to-back. You need to have back-to-back extensions for a period of 3 years. A visa and 2 extensions. I got that for, 12 years or something like that. So I'm thinking about that. And we're still thinking about the trip that we're going to take to the U.S. And quite honestly, I was a little irritated about this whole policy implementation. Not because we couldn't get in or out of the country. It was relatively easy for us. We've got everything taken care of. It was more about the fact that what happens if they decide, oh, there's this new strain, we're going to lock everybody out again, then we're stuck. That was what I was concerned about. Yeah. I mean, I could get I forget what the color is now. I always get confused with those. I've given up following the visas and everything like that just because they change them all the time. They're adding new things. And what I said was, if you're going to look into getting a long-term visa here, you really want to take your time and go through every single one to figure out which visa is best for you, and then how you're going to go about getting your extensions and things like that. I think it's very important. I don't really care about the book or anything like that. My wife cares. She cares. She would like me to be on a house book. Well, I would like that. It'd be nice to spend time with them, but I don't want to. Listen, you stay with your mother for longer than a month, and after a while, you start to be like, you're back home again. You're the little kid. I don't want that. So it's something to consider if you're traveling, and this is the reason why the reputation of Thailand's government during this COVID, they have this reputation of, oh, they took such good care of everybody. Yeah, but they have literally pissed off thousands of people. They have pissed off thousands of tourists. I know literally a couple hundred people who are like, fuck Thailand. They don't care. And my wife is she's like, listen, that happens. It comes and goes. What is this? Do they have employment opportunity? I don't know. They might, I can't see what's on the door, but I'm going to look in a little bit. I only be worried about your trip if COVID numbers skyrocket. Well, that's the thing. You don't know. I'm there for a couple of weeks. I'm there for 2-3 weeks. I go to Portugal for a week. I go to Ecuador for, say, a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. I go there checking things out. So it's, that's not always the case. There are other ways of getting in, but I'm not sure of the cost and exactly what I would need to show, how I can show it. You got to provide tax returns and that kind of shit, which, whatever. I could do that. But, I'm starting to look at, I'm looking at things now a little bit differently because I'm 60. Yeah, people are tired of all these restrictions. The thing is there will be riots if this kind of thing happens again, and then eventually the government will end up beating the shit out of a lot of people. People will become more cautious and they won't speak out as much, and then the government wins, which is generally how it happens. I don't know that people would go nuts here. Now I see a girl walking along. She doesn't have her mask on. The girl in a black dress outside. She doesn't have her mask on. There are people sitting outside there's a lady with her mask down. But the majority of people are still wearing their masks. And I have not worn my mask since the day they said it was no longer required. I have not worn it one time. I have not carried it with me. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm not worried about it. What did I get the vaccinations for? So that the disease, the virus would not kill me. Well, now it won't kill me. So. Sucks that the Thailand is not available for now. It looks like you have to enroll a university full-time now. Well, that's not a bad idea, actually. And I've thought about doing it, not for the visa, but I've thought about enrolling in university just for the language courses. Chulalongkorn has a very, very good language course. And actually, I don't know if Ramkhamhaeng has restarted their language course, but they did have one before this whole mess transpired. So, anyway, I just wanted to give a quick update. Most people know by now, hey, we're good to go. The only thing is the PCR test. If it's required to come back in, then you need to have the insurance. But when it comes down to it, they want the money too. They're too hungry for the money. We can enroll together so I can have you do my homework and cheat on a test. Well, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not one of these people who believes in cheating. I don't cheat on tests, you're on your own, Bunny. You're on your own there. Well, we'll see what happens. I got to make a few phone calls, Tom, and I got to see about how much money's involved in it. But it could be beneficial long term. The thing is I do believe it's good practice to have more than one passport. I do believe that's something that's can be beneficial. I don't know, I don't know how worthwhile it would be, but it would be a little bit easier on me. There'd be things that I'd be allowed to do. Simple as that. Anyway, so there we have it. Another cluster. What's a word I can use instead of that? Cluster. Another mess. Another disaster. Well, I mean, I don't blame them. If you're doing things, if you're ordered to do things that you don't believe in, what choice do you have? If you're in the military, you have no choice. You got to follow orders or you're disobeying an order. If you're in the police force, you can say, okay, I'll do this, but I'm going to resign. Listen, that's the way that the world is, and I've just come to that conclusion. And maybe that's one of the things that has prompted me to not care so much. And if I was to recommend something to a younger person, I'm talking about like somebody my kid's age, 18 to 25, even 30. The one recommendation I would make is prioritize what is most important in your life and only focus on those things. Don't focus on all the absolute nonsense and bullshit. I have so much more time available when I don't worry about what's going on in the news. I only care about the news when it comes to how it relates to me and to you guys. And other than that, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Nomad citizen? You mean nomad capitalist? Is that who you're talking about, or is there somebody else? Is there a nomad citizen? There's a sailing nomad citizen, nomad capitalist. Okay, so that's the only one I see. What the fuck does the Georgia Bulldogs have to do with the price of tea in China? What the fuck does that have anything to do with D. Houston? This is why I give you a hard time. Dude, I don't even know, what are they playing a game or something? What are you talking about? I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. In fact, for that, you get put in timeout. Fucking idiot. Sorry, but I just can't handle that shit. Nomad capitalist. Yeah, you know, I've heard a few things about nomad capitalist. What I will say is he provides some great information, and you know, he seems to have his finger on the pulse, so to speak. However, I've also heard and read from people who have tried to get involved with him that basically he's a broker. That's all he is. He puts you in touch with people in a country that help you. He pays them whatever it is that they require. He keeps what's left over. It's business, you know. No, Thailand doesn't have TVs. There's no TVs in Thailand. There's no cable TV. There's no there's no sports in Thailand. Thailand is it's a fourth world country. They barely have electricity. In some places, they don't even have electricity. Nobody speaks English. They have a couple of cars, but most of the time they ride motorcycles. Yeah, Joe. I mean, listen. I go to Twitter to post my stuff, or I go to Facebook to post my stuff, and I see something with the news of the day with AOC or that twat Nancy Pelosi or Biden or whoever's fighting in the day or whatever, and I can't look at it. I can't look at it. Why would anybody give a flying fuck about American football in Thailand? Honestly. You do know that here in Thailand, football is what Americans call soccer. They don't watch American football here. They watch football, European football. So while there are sports events, including American football, on some TVs, nobody gives a flying fuck about American football here except Americans. You're in Thailand. This is Thailand, man. This ain't America. You want all your little fucking creature comforts from back home, stay back home. Seriously. Yeah, that's a good question. I did see that one shot where she was sitting up on the bar. I don't know if that was really her. She was sitting up on a bar with her legs spread open. Come on, boys, come and get me. What is this? Same here, Joe. Oh, yeah. I think it's really when you turn off the news and you basically just look for the headlines. And if you see a headline and if it's Tom Brady out with new girl. Big fucking deal. I don't care. Well, Colin, I agree. I agree with you there, buddy. How good is Thailand's reputation? How good is Thailand's reputation when every other fucking day they're changing their mind? Oh, today we're gonna do this. No, that's a bad idea. Tomorrow we'll change it. Listen, don't be surprised if they reverse the marijuana laws. I don't think they will, because guess what? Follow the money. Follow the financial trail. Follow the revenue stream. What am I looking for? I mean, how many times are they going to do it? And this particular one was done so hastily. It was done so hastily. People were flying, and they didn't even know that this had transpired. I'm wondering how many people, or did they turn away anybody because they didn't have a vaccination record? They didn't know they had to have it with them, or they didn't have insurance. How many people did they turn away? That's what I'd like to know. Did it affect anybody? I'm sure that people have canceled their tickets, rescheduled, done all those things. There are some people that they jump right on shit because they don't want to risk not being able to change the ticket or whatever. The Thai government can't make up their mind. That's the problem. One guy says something, oh, no, that's not going to work. Okay, you're the boss. And then the next day, somebody that's a little more powerful goes, hey, listen, we didn't think about this. You might want to think about, letting everybody in without the paperwork. It'll make things a lot easier. Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. Oh, wow. Just because, and this is another thing I learned, and if you're young and you want to really make a change, get into politics. You'll become part of the machine. But at least maybe you have a little control. Because the simple fact is that becoming a politician does not necessarily mean you're intelligent. It means you were smart enough to become a politician. Somehow you wrangled that title. You weaseled your way in, whatever you want to call it. But it does not mean that, oh, this guy's the mayor of the city. He's really intelligent. No. All you got to do is look at some of the people who have been mayors and presidents and vice presidents. And come on, really. Say what you will about Biden. The bottom line is he's an old man. That guy needs to be worrying about his shitty diapers. He doesn't need to be worrying about the world powers all converging and deciding what's going to happen. He doesn't need to be involved in this. I mean, Marion Barry, I don't care how intelligent the guy is. He's a dumbass. You know why he's a dumbass? Because he was the mayor of the city and he's addicted to crack. No. Has nothing to do with Grangjai, Gennaro. Come on. How is that Grangjai? I don't even know how that... Don't watch the news uninformed. Watch the news ill-informed. Yeah, well, AOC, I mean, get rid of that bitch. Get rid of her, get rid of that Omar or whatever her name is. Get rid of Maxine Waters, get rid of Biden, what's the VP's name? I can't even remember that. Skank. skanky VIP, VP. But they don't lose face. All of Thailand lost face. How did Thailand not lose face on this? Thailand looks like a bunch of fucking morons right now. Ooh, we better implement all the... Listen, we don't want to discriminate. We don't want to discriminate. No, that's not Grenjai. I guarantee you, Gennaro, that is not an example of Grenjai. If it was, it would be even more idiotic than this has already played out to be. The whole country is viewed by people as wishy-washy, flip-flopping all the time. They can't make up their mind. They're fucking idiots. Or they make idiotic decisions. Let's put it that way. Illogical, idiotic decisions. That's the truth. Has nothing to do with, oh, we better save face. That's not what happens. That's not the way. That's not what's happening here, Gennaro. Why do they want to ban them from driving more than 5K from their house? What the fuck is going on? Why can a government official tell me what I can and cannot do? Bullshit. The people tell him what he can do and what guidelines are acceptable. Unfortunately, they always find a way to piss people off. They're gonna piss somebody off. Somebody's always gonna get pissed off. And this goes for Thailand too. The Thai government could put into place some new regulation allowing all foreigners to come to Thailand as long as every year they post a bond of 50,000 baht. People would go, holy shit, all I have to do is show 50,000 baht every year? Okay, no problem. But there's always going to be somebody pissed off. Well, I don't have 50,000 baht. What about us? You're discriminating against us. No, that's not what it is. Don't get me started. Yeah, but it's a way that it's the same thing here, Gennaro. Don't get it twisted, man. The fucking culture is the same in many ways. They fuck up, they fuck up. It's that simple. They fucked up. And they realized it, and now they're saying, oh, we don't want to fuck up. And by the way, I guarantee you this video ain't gonna get fucking monetized. That's what happens. I should go on Rumble. I should put the shit on Rumble. At least that way I can say what I really want to say. There's a lot of things I wish I could say. Oh, God. All right, so now I have to tell you, I did see a list. What the fuck? If you travel over 5 kilometers over 100 times a year, you get fined, i.e. climate change. Oh, I think the Chinese need to do that anal swab. The simple fact that they came up with the anal swab means that they need to be anally probed deeply with a barbed wired pole. Of course, put a little cotton on there to soften it up a little. That would piss me off. Now, is this Oxford City proposal, is it likely to pass? That's ridiculous. Another ridiculous government policy. Oh, God. I still don't know, you know, I think Chucky is the pitcher, not the catcher. One of the things that I've noticed, and I've talked about this lately, is that there's been a shortage of Grab drivers, and the prices have gone up and all that other kind of stuff. I had a couple things delivered to me the other day by Grab, and it was supposed to get to me in like an hour. Well, it was an hour away. After a half an hour, the guy writes me and goes, "Listen, I can't get a Grab driver." And I think a lot of what's happening is, first of all, the Grab drivers maybe weren't making as much as they thought they would make, so now they're going, "Hey, screw this. It's not as busy as it used to be. I'm not making as much money. I'll go back to driving whenever I want." The other thing is that since there's not as many drivers, it's created more work for the people who are still working. However, they're going and picking up McDonald's. They're going and I'm looking over here. She's got bag after bag after bag after bag of Starbucks stuff that's going out with the drivers. So if the drivers are picking all the stuff up, now here she's waiting on all these people that are not even here. The guy's standing there in line. He's got to wait for her because the other guy that's working here has already left. I don't know that, I think it's a good thing in many ways to have the drivers available, but I think it's created some issues. It's a proposal. Okay. If you don't buy the generic brand of eggs now, it's $8 a dozen. What? $8 a dozen? How the fuck? No, there's no way. If you buy a dozen eggs, if I buy a dozen eggs, I can get them from the lady who rents out our house. But my wife doesn't like me to get them from her because she doesn't think they're as fresh as the other place that we go. There's another little market right down the street. Those are 50 baht for 10. They're 5 baht each, so 60 baht for a dozen eggs. Usually we just get 10. But okay, 60 baht for a dozen. That is about $1.80. So why is it that the cost of chickens is so expensive in the United States? People need to start looking at this stuff. $4.50 for 18 eggs. Okay. So I said $1.80 for 12. So that'd be $2.70. So even that is about 60% more. Oh, I'm going to look that up. I want to know if that gets passed or not. I'm so freaking anti-government now. And the thing is, I'm getting old. When I say I'm getting old, I know I'm not that old. I mean, as much as I talk about it and everything like that, I'm 60. That's not real old. If I was to die today, I died young. If I was to die in another 5 years, I died young. Another 10 years, still kind of young. Right? So I figure maybe I got 20 years left. I don't have the energy to give a shit about, oh, this guy's hurt. This guy got his feelings hurt. This lady who used to be a man and who's now back to being a man is upset. I have no energy or time for any of this bullshit. Grow some balls. Or, I guess if you're a woman, don't grow your balls. Suck it up, buttercup. And let's figure out, why are the eggs so expensive in Miami, or in my country, in the United States? Why are eggs so expensive? They're expensive in Miami too. And I know this because I hear about it. Avocados are getting more expensive in the U.S. What happened with that? It used to be you get a big bag of avocados for $1. Now it's $5. You go get the avocados here, you might get 3 avocados for about $3, $2.50. But they're Thai avocados and they're shit. They're not good. So we're getting lower quality, smaller bottles. We're getting screwed all the way around. Are you tired of getting bent over and ramrodded with an anal swab? Well, now's the time to act. The problem is, how does one person act? You don't. No matter how much people bitch and moan, it's not gonna matter. You have to do it as a group. I bought some jumbo avocados for $1.68 a piece. Seemed reasonable. Wow, $1.68. It's like 55, 60 baht. Here, one avocado from New Zealand, from Australia, from Peru, they're about $2.50 for one avocado. And as someone who likes avocados, that's a little troubling. I really like avocados a lot, and they're really healthy. Yeah, Thai avocados have no flavor. They tend to stay good for a little bit longer. But like half the time you push in and you go, oh, they're mushy. No, they're no good. Then you cut them open and they're perfect. Yeah, well, what about bananas? You can get them right here in the grocery. You can get them down the street, and they're 80, 79, 89 baht for a bag of 3 that's a kilo. But they're Thai avocados. They don't taste nearly as good as the imported avocados. Thai avocados taste like shit. I mean, they have no flavor. They don't taste bad, but they just don't have any flavor. Really, I did not know that. It has more potassium. Way more potassium and orange juice. So orange juice has more potassium than bananas? Why don't you just take a multivitamin? The man bun set here. Avocados on toast, over $10. Yeah, they're 99 baht for an avocado. I mean, if I go here, it's gonna be, maybe you're lucky you'll get them for 79 baht because they're ripe and they're gonna go old. They're gonna get old very quickly and they want to get rid of them. But most of the time they're 89 or 99 baht for one avocado. I don't want one avocado that bad most of the time. I'd rather have 4 Thai avocados and the quality's a little bit less. I've looked, stupid vitamins only have 2% potassium, even the only potassium. Wow. Yeah, that's shit. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Ron. Are you in Thailand now? There's only a few people in here right now that are still here. Your dream? That just scares the fuck out of me, buddy. If your dream is meeting me, that's fucking scary. We're gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to contact the authorities, the mental authorities. They're gonna have to check your mind, check your brain. What the hell are you thinking? Yeah, exactly. You don't want to meet me. And I don't want to meet you, quite frankly. I don't really want to meet anybody. If I meet people, I meet people. That's how it works. Oh God, what is this? I just came across a new video. I'm not gonna say the guy's name. Why I moved to Thailand. It was the best decision ever. And he's about, I'd say 35. You got a real hard on for Pim, huh? Why don't you just go after her, you know? It's supposed to be good for you. Yeah, I gotta laugh. I have to laugh about that. Listen, you'd be better off meeting somebody who works at Starbucks. Seriously. At least you know where they are. With her, you don't know where the hell she is. She's traveling all over the world. Which brings me to the final topic of conversation. I am searching low and high and everywhere to find something decent to do that most people have not done or won't see or haven't seen. Preferably in Thailand. In Thailand, because it's just easier and it's more cost effective. But I am still looking for something, some trip to come up in the next couple of weeks. Trying to find something to do, something exciting, new. I don't want to go to my wife's like, well, let's go to Chinatown. You could stream from there. Now, she did come up with a good idea. She said I should go there and I should be doing some videos at night, which I know she's right about that. So I may stream from Chinatown. I may do some video from Chinatown at some point, but at night, just because it's slightly different, because I don't usually go at night. But for another project, I'll be going by myself. She and I have already had this discussion. I think it's best that I go by myself, All right. What is Surin like? I don't know. I think I've been through there once, but I don't think I've spent any time there. I don't remember spending any time there. I had thought about going to... Dude, why would I collab with you? No offense, but why would I... What do I have to gain? Tell me that. It's not going to happen, buddy. Just forget about it. Forget meeting me. Forget it all. I just don't operate that way. I operate alone, buddy.อะไรนะไม่ต้องไม่เป็นไร Know what the hell's up with her? Like, you know, it's not. I mean, my wife is a good traveler. She's good about things, but you know, man, when it comes to like shooting video or shooting streams and stuff like that, I'm much better just doing everything alone. I'm faster. I know what I want to do. I fall into stuff easier. I don't want somebody else dictating. You know, maybe I should let her be my producer. I don't know. You know. Thank you, Ron. I do remember you, Ron. You're the tall guy with the Thai girl or whatever. You had some Thai chick. And I think you used to stream. I don't remember. I don't know. There's so many people come through Thailand now, and so many YouTubers. I can't keep up with all of them. I've said it before. I don't watch. You know who I watch that's a Thai YouTuber is I Roam Alone, and it's a Thai chick. And I don't even watch her very often. And that's about it. I don't want people who live here. I don't want to watch that shit. I like people who come here. They come for a specific purpose. Some, you know, big YouTuber got a couple million, and he comes to do some. I don't mind watching that. Just because you get a different perspective from someone who lives here. Ron could pay you for his time. Could pay for his time. Ron, you could pay for his time, then he has to meet you. There you go. Money talks and bullshit walks. I'm used to solo nowadays. Do what I want, go where I want. Yeah, and I mean, you know, in the old days, my wife used to like wonder, you know, like, well, what are you gonna do? Why do you want to go alone? You got a girl in every port, you know, that kind of thing. Now she knows. I don't give a shit about. I don't care about women. That's the last thing I care about. See? Oh, it is closed. So this place is still closed. Hottie alert? I don't know what hottie you're referring to. Jim, how you going, man? How you doing? I missed it too. Hello, Jom. Hello, Mr. Jom. You know, there is part of me that, part of me wants to go back to the Netherlands. I don't know why. Hell, erase it. A couple more roadies. With the family or alone? You know, I gotta say, when I did Chiang Mai, you guys will see, my wife will be in the videos more than she is usually, which is she's almost non-existent. But I also had Steve and Michelle. And, well, you know, listen, it's a completely different dynamic having 3 other people as opposed to I'm doing it alone. It's a completely different dynamic. And, you know, sometimes it's beneficial because you have other people helping you, you know, you have more eyes, you have more people searching for things. But then there's times when it's just like, Jesus Christ, it's so easy. I can do whatever the hell I want. That's what I like. I can do whatever I want, you know. A group of couples and off to another, you mean a rocket festival? Yeah, Bali is nice. I love Bali. If I had an Indonesian wife, I would probably be living in Bali. You know. But I don't. I have a Thai wife. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is, you know, trying to find a place that will give her what she wants, but also give me what I want, which is being close to the beach, you know. I don't care what's good or not for the view. I mean, you know, when it comes to that shit, I don't give a shit about it. I'm not going to put her in for the views. If she wants to be in, she can be in. If she doesn't want to be in, she doesn't have to be in. There's times when she's like, no way, I don't want to be in the video. She'll be like, no way. And then there's times when she's like, I don't care. It has nothing to do with the views. Listen, if I did this for money, I would only do it for the money. That disciplined. I don't want to stick to only doing condo reviews and, you know, hotel reviews and that kind of shit. I don't want to do that. I like what I'm doing. I like talking to you guys, and then I like going on my trips, doing whatever I do. That's it. Same thing with photography. I could have made more money if I just went, you know what? I think I'm going to try to photograph models. There's a couple girls I know that model. Oh, well, let me see if I can photograph them. I would have done a hell of a lot better financially. But it's boring. You really want to be around some chicks who they constantly want to know that they look great? You're making me look good? Fuck me. I get enough shit from my wife about my photographs. She's constantly telling me how I don't know what I'm doing, and why doesn't she look thinner, she doesn't look this way, why can't I do it the way she does it? You know, come on, man. I just want to this is probably why I'm still married. I just want to be me. That's it. I want to be me. Let me be me. I'm looking at all this junk food over in Starbucks cabinet, and I'm just like, how did I eat these things so often when now I never eat them? I never eat any of the junk they have now. Anyway, I went to a rocket festival in June in 2017. I enjoyed it. Those Thais make some huge, crazy rockets. Yes, they do. You know, there's something I could have done a long time ago that I didn't do. I could have went into the go-go bars, negotiated with the manager, or got to know some of the managers, become friends with them, and then shot video of it and done all the, you know, the hidden camera shit. I could have done all that shit. Why would I want to do that? It's like you want to be a movie maker, and then you end up being a porn, you end up directing porn videos. I don't get it. It's not the height of your craft. Anyway, we're about out of time. We're at 2 hours. I always want my videos and my streams to be no more than 30 minutes. The streams will never be under 30 minutes. I can't do it. The videos, easy. Anyway. Oh, it smells like chocolate in here now. Anything else? Anybody got any ideas for any cool off the beaten track? And I don't mean, you know, oh, go take a hike up to this place. It's everybody says it's fantastic. I'm talking about places where there's not many people. There's an island that I had planned on going to, and I may still do this. An island that I have not been to I believe I could get by for about a week for about 1,000 baht a day. But I don't know. I have to double check on it. I'm still doing the research. So if you have some place that you'd like to see me go, whether it's suffering, not suffering, preferably I'd like to not suffer, but a little pain is good, then let me know in the comments, let me know down below. Let me know what you think about this latest mix-up with the Thai government and the vaccinations and all that other stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Working hard as always with her bow, with the bow in her hair. She's yapping a lot today. Oof, she's in a mood. Guys and girls, it's time to say farewell. Tamai alone, my dear. Alone, my dear. Only with me. Okay. There you go. There you go, Gennaro. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Let's hope Carlos does very well. Thank you to everybody who contributed today, who's contributing on a regular basis. I appreciate it. Yeah, without you, I wouldn't be doing shit. I wouldn't be going out. I wouldn't be shooting video. I wouldn't be doing anything. Well, I'd be doing something, but I wouldn't be doing anything online. So that's all I have. Until next time, I am Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jerken mai. See you later, alligator. What happened here? All right, guys. I was trying to see the last messages because I can't see my messages now. I don't know what happened. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Be well. Come to Thailand if you dare.